We saw this as an opportunity to create a unique kind of retreat centre. A place that was a retreat centre, but you wouldn't run away from life, you'd actually run into the heart of it, which is different. A retreat centre in a busy corner of a noisy neighbourhood in a part of town that sometimes is bypassed or neglected. We're surrounded here by a chemical factory. We're in an area that is economically sometimes overlooked. So what better place to create an intersection between what we believe the world can be and God calls us to be, and where the human needs are and what isn't. You know, so calling up people to the crossroads of 13th and Oak.
And ultimately what we're doing is asking people to care more, to see themselves as powerful, powerful creators of change in the world, where love wins and care is absolutely transformative. And the people who are transformed at Crossroads are the people who come to Crossroads on retreat. They're the people who are asking ultimately to see themselves in the other. And through those relationships, so many things are possible.
So Jesus hung out with people that maybe it didn't make sense to, and he told stories. And essentially that's what we do. We invite young people in here to do the same thing, to go out into the margins and to talk to and hang out with folks that maybe it doesn't make as much sense for them to hang out with, and allow them to be changed by that. So as far as like, how do I see people's lives change? I mean, it's kind of hard not to. You know, we've had over 10,000 people go through these doors, and no one leaves the same as they came.
Everything we do here goes back to relationship, and spending time with people changes us.
Coming to Crossroads, I felt like I was finding a community of people who were asking similar questions I was asking. The first day, the invitation was to walk into a soup kitchen and stand in line and to eat with the people there and to sit down and have a conversation. I wasn't behind that glass barrier. It was just about meeting a person and forming a connection.
We got to hang out with lots of different types of people that we don't normally hang out with, and it was different than other experiences I've had because it wasn't so much about serving people, it was about getting to know people and building relationships.
Crossroads has really bridged a gap that a lot of youth didn't see these individuals. They never saw the bus stops, they never saw where the soup kitchens were at, they never saw these individuals that Crossroads strives to help each day. And so it really meant a lot to get them exposed to the breadth of the diversity in our community.
By us working together, La Casita, La Casa Latina, and Crossroads, you know, working together, walking together, accompanying each other, we are making a big difference because, you know, it's one person at a time that is learning about everybody that surrounds us.
I get to interface with Crossroads retreatants because I bring homeless men here, and they are often speakers to the retreatants at Crossroads. And they'll say, I can't believe all those students listen to me. And they could feel the respect.
I think that the power of Crossroads is that the presumption isn't that we're here to educate young people or to form young people. It's that we're here to empower young people or open their prophetic capacity.
People come here from out of state, you know, from Cleveland and from Chicago, and they love it and say there's no other program like it.
My experience at Crossroad definitely has made me feel more present to different social justice issues.
I would encourage any school, private, public, to have their students participate in the program. I think it's an eye-opening program to social justice and the people that are a little less fortunate in Louisville. We need to get more schools involved, because once they come, they're not going to stop coming. Once they get a taste of it, I guarantee the kids will keep coming back.
Anytime people are willing to make themselves available to each other, anytime people are willing to make themselves vulnerable and let their hearts be broken, and then find in that brokenness a place of intersection with another person's life. And that person oftentimes is the one we least expect. And that happens here.
When you invest in a place like this, you invest in the potential transformation of multiple lives. And that's really worth investing energy, prayer, resources, and time and presence.
Investing in Crossroads is believing in the possibility of a world made new. It's believing that peace can happen and that transformation is possible. It's believing that with radical relationships that are rooted in justice, we can realize the potential of humanity, which is to connect with each other, which is to take care of each other, which is to be compassionate, which is to see in one another the ways in which we are the same, which is to embody love and live love. And I know it sounds lofty and it seems almost impossible, but each person who invests in the mission of Crossroads is a major donor because they're a person who affirms our mission, who believes in our ministry, and who becomes part of the hands that hold up this promise and this potential and the mission that guides it all.
The names on the wall are just a reminder that young people genuinely do care. And the adults who walk with them care enough to bring them here. And because of that, there's hope. This is a place of hope.